Been thinking throughout the week really, really hard, trying to find out which global issue matters to me the most. And I've really come to the conclusion that the biggest problem is war. Now, I can't say that the biggest problem is one specific war. It's more about war in general. Wars tend to start because the government is power hungry and the government needs to feed on whether it's land, whether it's hurting another race, or it doesn't matter, whatever the excuse may be, the reasoning behind it. Um, it usually ends up being a matter of power. And the reason why it bothers me so much and it angers me so much is because the government can make a decision on going to war, starting a war against another nation, but the ones who are affected the most are the civilians of the territory where the war is happening. And we can see that, I don't know, where can we start talking about Israel and Palestine, where it is estimated that about 7 out of 10 deaths are civilians. Um, we saw it in the conflict between Serbia and the Bosnians, where it is estimated that over 150,000 deaths were civilians. The war between the U.S. and Iraq, over 100,000 civilians died there. And the war between the U.S. and Afghanistan, you've got over 20,000 deaths. And it just never seems to end. It doesn't matter what the reasoning behind it is. It doesn't matter if there is a good reason to go to war. That's not the problem. The problem is that it is always the most innocent people, the people who did not decide to join this conflict, whichever conflict may be, those are the ones who end up being affected the most. And it is not fair. It is very unjust to have these innocent people getting killed, losing their homes, getting injured, losing their family members because two governments decided that they could not get along, or because a government and a group of rebels decided that they couldn't get along. Because if anyone should be dying in a conflict, it should be the ones who willingly joined the conflict.